Welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio with a brand new release from Games Workshop, a preview of models to come in 2021. So let's take a look. Alright, so we got quite a bit that they just previewed right there. Let's take a look at exactly what we're looking at here. Alright, so here to start, this thing looks like some sort of Chaos Knight, I'm thinking. I'm not exactly sure, but obviously that looks like a Knight style gun, fairly chaotic in nature. But this right here, like the armor pads and then like the triple armor right here, makes me think that that's something like definitely of chaos nature. Looks big also, just by like the detail and sizes on it. And then also, as you kind of see like the paint job and heraldry as well, makes me think that it's a chaos thing. So this looks like the legs possibly of the knight, and that's like the waist right here, and that's the other top of the leg, and then this is like the torso piece, and that's like the chest piece right here opening up. And then, you know, obviously if we scroll back just a little bit, you know, that's like the gun hanging down from the top part of the torso. So this to me looks like a new Chaos Knight kit, and at the end we'll see the other gun. And again, you could see kind of by like not only the heraldry but the paint job, this is like chaotic, like kind of in nature, but also looks specifically like, you know, the knights. And then this is obviously like the top. I'm thinking it's got to be like the top gun, sort of how like the largest of the knights have like the two guns on top and then the missiles. That looks to me like it's the top gun on top of one of those knights. And then this is like a vent type thing. And then this looks like the other gun, or the first gun that we already saw just on the other arm. But yeah, that's definitely looking to me like a Chaos Knight kit coming out. And again, that's just like the chest plate and then the gun on the opposite side. So and then next, this looks like clearly an ad mech, obviously. Now, I'm thinking it's a female. I don't know exactly what model it would be, but this looks like feminine in nature. And I don't mean to like just straight jump into that and judge it, but just like the overall shape and like the design of it sort of reminds me a little bit of like the Sisters of Battle type stuff. So I'm thinking it's a feminine ad mech model or female ad mech model. Now, I know that they're like machines. I just mean like the actual like style or overall look of it. But you know, again, that's just my speculation. So and then this looks like it definitely, by like the cloudy looking thing that it's standing on and everything, this looks like the High Elves. This looks like something from like the new High Elf line. I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but this looks like kind of elven in nature, and most of them are standing on sort of like a bonsai type tree and everything, and kind of have like this sort of like color scheme and also like sculpt general look, in my opinion. So and then this right here, just kind of looking at like the shield and the leg of it, it clearly looks like a rider on something. Now, I can't tell exactly what it is, but this to me looks like the knee, and that's like the leg coming down into like, what's it called, a stirrup or a saddle, like mounting thing. Now, I can't tell exactly what it is, but once again, by like the end bits and the overall style of it, to me, it looks like elven in nature. So I would think that it's like some sort of elf riding like a giant beast or monster or something like that. And again, this would be like the other side leg. That's like the armor on the creature. You can kind of see like parts of it. And again, that looks like the saddle right there. And then it's riding something big. So I don't know if it's going to end up being a dragon, a griffin. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it looks big in relation to the actual like elf itself. This one, I'm a little I don't know. Obviously, this just came out, so I'm just going off the top of my cusp here, just kind of guessing here. But judging by like the hammer that it's holding, and then like the overall like kind of look of it, it sort of makes me think it's a demon hunter. These look like stakes right here, and then we know it has a bunch of different weapons, like the hammer itself, the stakes. This looks like a sword right here. So I'm thinking that this is some sort of like a demon hunter or vampire hunter. I don't see anything like in particular that would make me think it has to be like a 40k or fantasy model. So just going in progression, you know, if we went from 40k at the beginning and now we're into fantasy, I would say that this is going to be like a Age of Sigmar model. So I would say it's some sort of like a demon hunter or you know, vampire slayer or something kind of along those lines. But again, you know, it could be something from either universe, but I don't see any like technology. I don't see a gun or anything that would make me think that it would be like from like the 40k universe. But you know, it could be anything. It could be from Necromunda for all we know. But again, that looks like a stake right there. Definitely multiple stakes, hammer. So I'm gonna have to say like some sort of like a demon hunter, monster killer guy. And then the shield, obviously, you know, on the other side there. No particular like heraldry or anything like that, so you know, it's hard to identify what class or race it would be specifically, but you know, just judging by the overall sculpt and look of it from what we can see, I would say it's human. Oh, you know what, I might have mixed up two models there though. That might be the shield from this guy. Yeah, okay, that looks like that's the shield from this guy. So we transferred over to another model. So this shield with the cloak in the background looks like the next model we're looking at. I can't quite tell, but this one to me looks like an orc. And, you know, the main reason I'm saying that is kind of see the flesh right here. The weapon looks like orcish in nature. And then you can see like the bottom jaw right here kind of looks like orky. You know, has like a little like goatee type deal going on here. But, you know, but judging by the fur, the skin, and the overall look, I would say this one looks like some kind of orc. And that could be anything. That doesn't even have to be Sigmar. That could be from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. But I don't recognize it specifically as something from Lord of the Rings, so I would have to say it's a Sigmar model. And then this one they already showed off here. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's basically like the new Slanesh model. So it should be good for 40k or Sigmar. But you have like basically two of these like ogre, like monstrosity mutants, essentially pulling like this like chariot style thing. And then you have like the whipmaster dude right here, like champion looking guy right here. And then you have like the king sort of sitting on the throne. And then this is some sort of like female sorcerer or slave or something like that. But this kind of reminds me of sort of like Ramsey from 300 kind of look. I don't know why, it's just kind of reminiscent of that. But, you know, this is obviously just some sort of like war chariot. I can't remember what it was called, but very cool overall. Definitely impressed by the new sculpts, and they've been really knocking it out of the park with the amount of new models they've been putting out. I wish they would put out a higher quantity of each of them so that they would actually be available. But you know, given the situation with everything going on right now, you know, I'm sure that's out of their control. And obviously, like, the hobby is growing exponentially, and people have more time to buy stuff, build it, play, maybe not play, but, you know, accumulate models, I should say, and build and paint them. So the demand and desire for Warhammer is obviously going through the roof. So, well, there you have it, guys. If you like the review there, you know, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm always putting out some fresh content related to Warhammer, Necromunda, Sigmar, basically anything I can think of, Warcry, typically sticking to the Games Workshop. Appreciate you if you leave a comment down there as to what you think, especially of any of the unidentified models, and make sure you like and subscribe. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.